Hey guys, and welcome back to the Back to Basics series here on Farming Simulator 19. This is going to be the first video in our 200 level videos. Might get some flack as to deciding to put this video in the 200 level group versus the 100 level group. But basically, I am considering this being our landscaping and placeable video. I'm considering this really to be a bit more advanced than the absolute beginning farmer. I believe the beginning farmer is going to be starting out in new farmer mode, where you're going to have your farm already set up for the most part. You're going to have a fair bit of starting equipment, or some amount of starting equipment. You're going to have some amount of fields. So you're going to be pretty much able to get started right away. And the whole purpose of the 100 level videos was to basically get the new farmer started so that they could basically become profitable, understand the overall gameplay, and all of the steps to go from basically seed to harvest and back to seed again. So in this video, we're going to talk about the landscaping features and how you can really build out your own environment, build out your own farm, and really make the map come to life. So we're going to find the landscaping features in the shop. We go to P, go here to the shovel. We have start landscaping. Okay, so the first thing we get is the sculpting menu. Very important that we have our F1 menu up for this. The sculpting allows us to raise, lower, smooth, or flatten the land. Okay, so you see our little bubble here? That is basically our area of influence, if you will. We can basically change the radius of that bubble to something super small or something fairly big. We can change it by hitting C to a square. Go pretty small. All the way up to something pretty big. Go back to a little bubble. We can change the strength. Left control Q and E. So down here at the bottom, you'll see it says brush strength and brush size in the lower right. Change the strength. Left control Q. Left control E. The more we have the strength, the more this is going to be effective. So I'm going to do, already backed up the save game. It is critical, absolutely critical, that you back up your save games before you do this. Save the game, make a change. You don't like it, cancel out of the game, don't save. There is no undo with landscaping. I'm just going to click raise once with brush strength of 3. Didn't do much. Holy cow. Load it down just a little bit. Right, now let's lower. Right click. Right click. So that is pretty fast. Let's change our brush, or change our strength. Left control Q. Let's drop that down to 1. Make it a bit less dramatic. Right click. So that's pretty quick. Change it, drop it down even more. Get it all the way down to 0.1. Now it's a bit more manageable. Still, it's pretty easy to carve a hole in the ground. Right? So let's raise it again. Left click. Get it kind of close. Pretty easy to completely mangle your area. So what we want to do is we want to level. So get to the where we want. Basically, we want the ground to be equivalent to. And we want to both left and right click. Flatten. Move over. And what it's going to do is it's going to flatten the ground to that level where we just started. Back over here. Zoom in and out with our scroll wheel. We can rotate with Q and E. Shift Q will rotate faster. Shift E. Let's make it small again. Double click left and right mouse button. And let's just fix our little issue. Let's smooth it all back out. Flatten. All right. Take a look. Got a little bit of raised here that we still need to get to. Overall, we've pretty much fixed our issue here. Get back into the shop. Landscaping. Flatten this last little bit. There, okay. Pretty much have it settled. It's good to see. Now we can also smooth. So let's raise this up again. Okay. Now you can see it's pretty jagged. Pretty obvious that we're basically raising up a square. So what we can do is we can use our scroll wheel to move this down into a more of a mound shape. Now if we look at it, a bit smoother. I'm not the greatest at this. I think this gives you a general idea what's going on. Flatten this. Back down. Back there. That is basically our sculpting. We can raise and lower the terrain. We can flatten the terrain to make a big flat area, or we can just smooth out rough edges. Here, this is kind of rough. You might want to smooth this out, make it a little bit less of an incline here. That would be easy enough to do. Let's go to X to change our mode from sculpting to painting. So now we are literally going to paint the ground. Here we have gravel, we have dirt, we have concrete, a different kind of concrete here, kind of intermixed with other things. Here we have stamped concrete. We have a different kind of dirt over here. Let's just quickly take a look at all the various things that we could stamp. Just going to stamp right here. A little bit of a circle there. And then we hit Tab to change. Over here. We're actually painting grass. Different bit of grass. Another set of grass. Gravel. Stamped concrete. A weathered stamped concrete. Stone. Okay, and then we're back. But pretty much all of the textures that we see in the base game are going to be available for painting. Here's one of the grasses that we can paint. It actually paints grass. So early on in Farm Sim 19's release, we didn't actually get grass when we painted this. We just had the underlying bit down here. We didn't actually have grass. There's a little bit different round texture compared to this one. Still, it's growable grass. This grass will grow. bit more of a dirt through there, but we still have growable grass. Kind of a dark mud. You even get little footprints. Get kind of a rough concrete. More of a smoother concrete. Just a general bare dirt. Occasional rock in it. This is the forest floor. So if we go up here to this treat area, we're going to see the forest floor. So then we can paint that down. Painted some grass. We have our gravel. Our stamped concrete. We have our weathered stamped concrete. Bigger, more like river stone here, river rock. So we have mountainside. Nice stone. We have a little bit darker colored. Then we have kind of a wet sand look. And then we're back to our mud. So those are all the textures that we can paint on Felsburn. Ravenport will have its own unique set of textures. So depending on the map, base map that you're playing, then you're going to have different texture sets available to you. If you're playing on a mod map, then sky's the limit as to what you might have available. Let's go back here, go back to landscaping. Tab over here to one of the grasses. And basically we can repaint over all of this. So now once this grass grows a bit more, we really won't realize that this is any different than this grass. Okay, so what I wanted to do is I wanted to kind of prepare this area using this sculpting and landscaping and painting in preparation for some of the 200 level videos that we're going to be doing next. Grass. Concrete back down. So what I want to do is let's go back to landscaping mode, and I want to make this a lot bigger. I want to change this to square shape, and basically I want to come out from here, and I'm going to flatten. Okay, and I want to flatten this whole area. And you're going to see that while we kind of thought this area was fairly flat, it definitely wasn't completely flat. Look over here. See where this area is definitely higher than this area here because of us flattening it. When we paint this, grass goes away. Now we've got a pretty good area here, and you can see got a pretty steep up. So what we want to do is let's scale this down, and we want to kind of smooth this whole area a bit. Let's change it to circle. Move this down, get it a bit easier. Worry about the grass going away because we can always paint the grass down. Now, do take a look. This isn't free. This comes at a cost. Our money is going down, so if you're going to do this, you want to make sure you have the money available. Painting costs money. Moving land costs money. Be aware. isn't free. I think that is just about good. For what we want to accomplish. And I want to switch back. And I want to just extend this gravel. Out of it. Back to our stamped concrete. What we're doing is we're kind of building out a fairly big yard here. Money is going down pretty quick because we are putting down a whole boatload of concrete. Kind of get a little spotty effect by just kind of moving your cursor around kind of quickly. What? So that's good enough. So now let's talk about placing objects. Go to placeables. And what I want to put down is I want to put down some animal pins because we're going to be talking about animals. Take a look at our chicken coop. Let's go over here. Now with the F1 menu up, okay, take a look at that second column, the buy column. Right now we're at $23,000. Now we're at $20,000. Various amounts of money. Basically, depending on where we try to place this, is how much money it might cost, including the amount of money to level. Since we've already leveled this area, then it's just going to cost us $20,000. We go over here where it's not level, it's going to cost us more money because we need to level the whole area. What we can do is we can also rotate this by left and right arrow. Shift left and right arrow will rotate it faster. Left control Q and E can raise and lower this. Go over here. See if we lower it, we're down at $20,000, $25. Raise it up to $20,147. There you can see it going up and down. See if we lower it, then it will lower the land a lot more than if we raise it up. Can't get it level, then you might want to try to lower it until it's the cheapest possible. Rotate our camera view by Q and E, or we could rotate what we're placing by the arrows. Now, what I don't like is basically when we rotate this, see how it rotates around? Okay, like right here. Get it lined up for demonstration. So like right here, it is basically on the edge of that concrete. Now, as I rotate the camera, look at where that edge is. Now we are way off the edge of the concrete. So I really wished, now we're back to the edge. So what I really wished is that when you rotated the camera, what you were placing stayed put. Because sometimes you really want to put something in a very specific spot in relation to something else, but you really can't tell until you maybe get another angle. Maybe we want to see it from this side. And now all of a sudden it's completely off. We've got to move it back and hope that we're lined up again on that side. Over here now, all of a sudden we got to move it back. So I really wish that it was more rotating it from rotating around it, but that actually didn't change. If it's red, it means we can't place it for some various reasons. Maybe it's colliding, the triggers are colliding with that. We can't terraform land for some reason. So you really need it to be in the green. There, for example, we can't place it there because it's just too much to terraform. And then once we have a desired location, well, we just hit left mouse button. You can also zoom in. Now look, when we zoomed in, it shifted. Again, I wished it would not move like that. We want to place it here. We just left click once we are happy with that location. And boom, it's down. See that it has its own textures that get applied once we do this. Put kind of a grass area around it. We may or may not like. So what we can do is we can come back here, go to landscaping. We can change this by basically getting rid of dirt, the grass, and just making it dirt if we want. Make it gravel all the way up to the fence if we want. So we can really just do any of this and make this all gravel. How it was before. That back to dirt. So there you go. That is basically the basics of landscaping, terraforming, basically painting the ground, whatever texture you want, and the basics of placing a building. So let me know in the comments, what do you think? Are you good at landscaping? Do you like landscaping? I honestly am not that good at it. I typically don't do very much of it at all. Just kind of take things for how they are. But it's a really cool feature that is new to Farm Sim 19. It wasn't available in Farm Sim 21, or wasn't available in Farm Sim 17. I really look forward to see what they do as far as enhancing that Farm Sim 21. There you go. Not too terrible bad. Someone that considers himself having zero artistic creativity whatsoever. So until next time, happy farming. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell.